Hello my friends and welcome back to another video where yesterday a new trailer dropped for the Gollum game and we'll be breaking it down in today's video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So straight away we can see that this Gollum game is being produced by Daedalic Entertainment, but as we move on here we can clearly see Mordor, and I believe it actually looks quite industrialized and that something might be being prepared here. Also in the background you can see Mount Doom ferociously erupting. Off the bat I can see that this game is trying to potentially give us a new and fresh look at Middle Earth and Mordor, and straying a bit away from the Jackson visuals, but I can also see some similarities at the same time. So it looks like Mordor will be a big part of this game, but the question is, how does this game link Gollum to Mordor? I think that there are a few options, and one of them is that we could see the time period where Gollum freed himself from imprisonment from MacLeod when he was originally captured by Aragorn. Then it could be the time period that he was then, after being freed, captured and interrogated and tortured by Sauron about the One Ring before the events of the Fellowship of the Ring. That is just one view, and maybe a little too late for the time period that this game is being set in, as I don't think we currently know the time period yet, I think. Alternatively, it could just be one of Gollum's many adventures to Mordor earlier in the Third Age, and the game would just be showing this instead, so we can't fully pin it down.
Mustn't see us.
Then we hear the first time Gollum actually speaks, and in fact I don't think of course Andy Serkis isn't reprising his voice role as Gollum, and it actually does sound a bit different to Andy Serkis' Gollum, but there are similarities at the same time. I think this continues the trend of them maybe trying to go in a new direction with this game, and I think some people have online said they don't really like this, how Gollum sounds in this game, but I think he sounds alright, decent. Maybe of course nothing will ever top what Andy Serkis did for Gollum, but I think this is a decent second go at it. Here we are starting to see some of the game mechanics and Gollum crawling across this ledge, and I'm not sure what this could be. Could this be in the Misty Mountains, or could this be part of Mordor? I don't think it's too clear from where we're at, but it does show if it is someplace in the Misty Mountains or somewhere else that we will be seeing a lot of places in this game. Then afterwards, again here we can see him crawling across this boulder. This next bit is quite exciting and there's a lot to take in. With the first part at the start, he's of course getting chased by none other than Shelob, and this hopefully means that we will see either the first of many interactions Gollum had with Shelob, and even show their potential. I think it was speculated that they maybe have formed a trust, with Gollum giving Shelob some prey and food to eat. Also, if you remember in the last trailer, this interaction between Gollum and Shelob was foreshadowed in this cave wall, with the illustrations clearly showing this interaction.
No, don't look at us. The precious is gone.
This next bit is really interesting, as he seemed quite annoyed and distraught and said, quote, "The precious is gone," which is at the same time quite confusing, as this could mean that this time period in the game may show the events after The Hobbit, where Bilbo outsmarts and takes the ring, aka Gollum's precious, from him, and these next clips of him crawling from place to place is him trying to find the one ring that he had lost and in fact Bilbo had taken. Of course this is all just speculation, but for me this is the only realistic and plausible scenario. Also this could lead to later on in the game that we saw earlier, where Gollum is in Mordor and potentially captured by Sauron while trying to find the One Ring, and this may be how the game is connected together. You could also just deviate from the canon and make some bits not canon and create a scenario where Gollum just loses the ring for a period of time, and the quest is that you have to find it again, but who knows. So in this main final bit of the trailer, and the reason I said it's the main final bit, you'll find out later on, I believe this is potentially meant to be the climax, and it looks like, of course, the Gollum is again in Mordor, and I think this time we saw him from more outshots. He's outside of all the main buildings like Barad-dûr, etc., Keresongol, all these places, but now he looks like he's actually in one, and looks like we're gonna be in this game doing lots of probably small tasks, side quests, and potentially just doing lots of things inside the main bits of Mordor, which is really interesting because we haven't really ever been able to do that properly. And of course, we can also see a spiral up as well, so yeah, this is going to be big. Here is the little tease after the end credit card thing where it showed the name and title of the game. So I think this is meant to be a little Easter egg bonus bit at the end. And as you can see, Gollum clearly looking at the eye, aka representing Sauron, on the cave wall. And presuming that this cave wall will probably be in Mordor. And interestingly, think during the title credit scene where they're showing the title, you could actually hear Sauron muttering as well, and that continued throughout the entire thing before that big bang happened. And I believe, could that be Sauron muttering and trying to get back to the One Ring and kind of talk to the One Ring like we saw in the movies? It could be that easily, and then maybe could Sauron even be talking to Gollum? Who knows? So I believe that's most of the Gollum trailer covered and broken down for you guys, and I just think that I believe I mentioned this in my last video on the Gollum game as well. I think the main conversation around this game is that why did Daedalic Productions, whoever made this game, who do have the Lord of the Rings IP for games, make a Gollum game? We can maybe have an Aragorn game, you can have a Gandalf game, you can make a Legolas game, you can make anything, but then they have decided to make a Gollum game, so that's the quite interesting thing. But at the same time, it is quite unique that they're going to make a game based around Gollum, and I just believe that previously, I think there was as much hype for this game, and I believe from the past trailers I was more 50-50, but now after seeing this trailer, I think I'm personally more hyped for it and more likely to play the game. I think before in the previous trailers, it's probably because we didn't see too much as well. And also another thing is that in this video we have looked at all the potential storylines or time settings the game might be set in. I think that's quite interesting to interpret that. See, I believe most likely the game will be set after, maybe between after the Hobbit, or maybe it's parts, or maybe starts before the Hobbit where he actually got the ring, maybe even go all the way back to Deagol, who knows. Then he loses the One Ring and then tries to find it, and then I think that's the main part and time period that we might see in the game. But overall, I am more excited than I previously was, so that's the main thing. Please let me know in the comments below how happy or excited are you around for this Gollum game. Are you going to get it? Has this trailer changed your mind, etc.? Please let me know. But thank you guys for watching, I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. But until the next video, my friends, goodbye.